The citizen vigilance that you have engaged is a message to all of Africa. And Burkina Faso is in solidarity and supports all the peoples of Africa who suffer martyrdom. But we also want to say that it is time for Africans to stop pitying themselves, to stop moping, to stop lamenting. You have to fight. It will not come from heaven alone.
Yeah, I do agree. Africans, if we are to liberate our continent, if we are to build our continent, if we are to be somewhere, if we are to develop this continent to be the better place for us to be, we must stand up, we must fight, we must do it for our new generation, for our children. Yes, it's we to do it. Nobody will do it for us. Thank you, Traore.
You have to fight first, and God will help you. The speech you are about to listen to is the single speech that made France, through ECOWAS and the West, to want to take out Captain Ibrahim Traore right now. This fierce speech ripped the mask off imperialism, exposing the West's many decades-long sabotage and calling on Africans to fight for real sovereignty. Traore didn't just name the enemy, he laid bare their entire playbook, from manufactured terror to economic strangulation. He shattered the old illusion that Africans must forever beg or obey. And he made it clear, this continent will no longer be a playground for imperialists. This definitely angered them to the core, and now we see their moves and tactics to try to take out Traore. This speech will fire you up. Have a listen, and please share your thoughts with us all in the comments section.
Understand. Traore is doing what is good for Africa. Yes, is doing what our forefathers, our past leaders feared to do. Yes, they were intimidated or they were so weak to stand their ground and speak what's right for Africa. That's why Africa is like the way it is right now. Because of our past leaders who never stood their ground to speak with their voices, that Africa need this, and we must follow. Bro, we are taken for a ride. We are being stolen. Everything is taken from us. Our wealth, our knowledge, bro, our resource, everything is taken from us. We now think of running from our continent to go and seek refuge in Europe, US, and anywhere in the world. Yet we have the beautiful continent on earth. Yes, Africa is the beautiful continent on earth. It has the best weather. We have the best food. Yes, environment, bro. Everything in Africa, bro, is prison. But because of bad leadership, Africa is not enjoyable. And this must stop.
This is Uplifting Africa. Comrades, I would like us to give thanks to God who has shown us this day and who has allowed us to gather here. Let us pay homage to our FDS and our valiant VDP who are fighting on the front lines. And it is thanks to them that we can gather here to commune. Let us also pay homage to you, those who have been nicknamed the Watchmen. And you who watch over this transition, you who watch over the path we have traced, thank you very much. We cannot make a revolution without communicating. Some will say that we should not talk too much, but when we do not talk, manipulation takes over the field.
True that.
Understand something. The father of the revolution communicated a lot. I am speaking here of Thomas Sankara.
Wow. Now I can tell you, bro, authoritatively, I strongly believe Ibrahim Traore is the Thomas Sankara of this generation. Bro, and whatever he is doing, bro, he's looking back to what made Thomas Sankara the greatest president. Though he was assassinated, but was the great president. We're still talking about him even now. Yes, Thomas Sankara was pro-people. And that's the footsteps Ibrahim Traore is trying to go through. Yes. Oh, bro. We've got a president. Yes. Now I can authoritatively tell you this is the African president. Yes. Name it. Yes. But he is. Because he cares for Africans. He's doing whatever he's doing for the Africans. To see this continent, bro, no, from the image, what they have been giving us, but we must get out from there, and be what Africa must be. We must fight, we must stand up, and we must do it ourselves. Nobody will do it for us.
In one of his speeches, he told you this: imperialism is a bad student because when it is chased out of the classroom, it comes back. It always comes back. And I remember that in his address to his peers in ECOWAS, he said that to cut the umbilical cord that binds us to imperialism, you would not look for a state magician with clever fingers, a well-sharpened scissor to cut this cord. But rather, you would need a robust lumberjack with a well-sharpened axe to give a sharp blow and cut the cord. That says it all. I will explain a little how imperialism behaves. After the assassination of the father of the revolution, precisely the regime that imperialism wanted was installed. In the 90s, you all remember a program that was imposed on us, the Structural Adjustment Program. It was a plan. I will explain. By implementing this program in our countries, you noticed, over the 2 decades that followed, that all our factories that were in place were privatized. Our economy was destructured.
Notre économie a été déstructurée. Ils ont mis en place
They put in place a neo-colonial system, a system of wild capitalism that only benefits the leaders and their friends, a restricted circle.
Bro, what Traore is doing is what failed other African leaders to do. Yes, because for them they are puppets of the West. They can't speak this, they can't say this to the natives, they will never say it. And they will never do it because they are living in fear. Most of them are dictators, and they are dictators because they are being supported by the West. They fear to leave power. They say, oh, when I say this, bro, they'll take me out of power. What can I do? Let me be their puppet. Let me harass my people, tear gas, beat them, arrest them, torture them, kill them. Yes, let me kill them. But I will not leave power, and I will not work in their favor. No, I work in the favor of the West, bro. These are the most leaders we have in Africa. And what Traore is doing is breaking the chain. Is breaking the chain And that's the reason why they want to assassinate him. But you assassinated this Sankara many years back ago. Here we have Traore. So don't deceive yourself that when today you assassinate Traore, there will be another Traore tomorrow. You assassinated the Sankara, knowing that's done. Nobody else will come up and wake the mind of these Africans. Now here we go. How Traore has awakened everybody in Africa. Now we're looking forward, we're thinking in the same way he is thinking, and we know it is possible to change the image of Africa. Yes, it's possible.
On the side of the forces, they did everything to destruct our armies. They said to lower the army budgets, to no longer equip them, to no longer train them, which was done in the sub-region. Our armies were reduced to nothing.
Yeah.
They were preparing things. During this time, large countries like Niger and Mali experienced a resurgence of what they called rebellions. Separatists who came from nowhere tried to divide these countries. They did not succeed, but the culmination of their they will never be able to stop you, and you will impose what we want. These individuals recruited innocent, ignorant young people in our various campaigns, to whom they gave drugs and led them to kill their compatriots, and evil was born. How were these individuals maintained? Do not forget that here in Burkina Faso, we were hosting terrorist leaders. It was well planned. And how to achieve this? When these terrorists were about to launch, there was someone who could perhaps intervene in favor of our states. I am naming here the late General Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah.
He had to be eliminated. And one fine day they fell on him. They eliminated him. They planned the ingenious idea of putting all sources of weapons and ammunition at the disposal of these terrorists who were to destruct our sub-region. The plan was perfect, and then they got into battle order to descend towards the south. We still remember when the regime in place in Bamako at the time called on foreign forces.
Has your soul been bruised by
more than a few hours for them to deploy? It was well prepared.
Oh, bro, this is too good. You listen to the message, listen to the words, listen to this speech, bro. It will change your mind, to blow your mind. I know, bro, you've been deceived for years. Now is the time to wake up. Now is the time to stand up. Now it's our time to change this continent. Bro, it's the time. Bro, it's today, not tomorrow. It's today.
They deployed. They pretended to stop terrorism. And immediately we saw the installation of several foreign forces in Mali for 10 years. During these 10 years when terrorism was contained in the north, it invited itself to the south, and Burkina Faso was infested from 2015. Everything was well planned and well thought out. I still remember when we were in Ber in northern Timbuktu. We saw special forces from these countries come and pass us, go deeper, and on their return, they were covered in red. They had small drilling machines and other geological equipment that we contemplated. We wondered where they got this red earth, because when patrolling around Ber, we do not have red earth. Perhaps they were digging, they were probing, we do not know what it was. The Malian sky no longer belonged to Malians. Everything was well thought out.
des gens
When people who were fighting on the ground also made the observation, they decided at one point to take responsibility. And here they are, coming out of nowhere. We are called
et les voilà
putschistes.
sortis de nulle part. On nous traite de putschistes. Nous ne sommes pas français, nous ne comprenons pas ce que
We
ça
are not
veut dire.
French. We do not understand what that means.
There we go. Africa we go.
Et les valets locaux qui sûrement
The local lackeys, who surely do not even understand the deep meaning of the word,
nous
also
appellent
call us
aussi
putschistes.
Très bien, on se l'approprie.
Very well, we appropriate it.
Au fil de ces années, pour ce qui concerne le Burkina Faso,
Over these years, as far as Burkina Faso is concerned, you must have noticed that all the corps have been destructured. No more training, nothing for the
plus
army.
rien pour l'armée. Ils ont imposé dans tous
They
nos
imposed in
états-majors,
all our general
toutes nos
staffs,
écoles et
all
toutes
our
nos
schools,
stratégies,
and all our strategic
ce qu'ils ont
structures
appelé des
what they called
conseils militaires.
military advisors.
Lorsque nous nous sommes révoltés le 30 septembre,
When we revolted on September 30th, 2022, the first thing was to find out who these military advisors were and where they were.
nous avons donc pu identifier que le mal est
We were therefore able to identify that the evil was deep, and the first thing was to ask them to leave our army.
Ils sont partis.
They left,
Et ce
and as
que
I
je
was
vous
telling
disais
you not
il y a
long
pas
ago,
longtemps, vous ne pouvez pas espérer
you cannot hope to
retrouver
find your
votre
lost
objet
object
perdu en faisant
by
appel
asking the one who
à
stole
celui
it from
qui
you
vous l'a
to come and
volé
help you look
de
for it.
venir vous aider à le chercher.
Bro, this guy is so intelligent. This guy is so intelligent, yo. And that's why everybody is saying, yo, how could you tell someone who stole something from you? Yo, you took away my watch. You took away my shirt. Yo, you took away my Edison, bro. And you want me to come to you, ask you, bro, give me what you took from me. No. No. I have to do something that will force you give me back my shirt. Sorry. You a gentleman. Yes.
Il fallait dès lors décider.
It was therefore necessary to decide to take courageous decisions, which we decided to
Nous
do.
avons décidé de faire. Ça n'a pas été sans conséquence.
It was not without consequence, because when we asked the advisors to leave, we felt
Nous
demonstrations.
avons senti des manifestations. On nous a fait comprendre
We were
qu'on
made to
ne pouvait
understand
pas
that we
s'en
could
sortir
not get
sans
by
eux.
without them.
Yeah.
And every time they told us that, it translated into real attacks on the ground.
Okay.
Nous avons bien reçu le message.
We received the message well.
Lorsqu'à l'orée donc de l'année 2023,
When at the beginning of 2023, we decided to tell the foreign forces present here to leave because we want to fight as
parce que nous
Burkinabe.
voulons lutter en
Yeah.
Burkinabé.
Wow. Wow.
Ils ne l'ont pas sûrement apprécié.
They surely did not appreciate it.
Mais pourquoi venir mourir sur nos terres pour nous?
But
Nous
why come
préférons
to die on our
combattre
lands?
nous-mêmes.
We prefer to
Nous
fight
avons demandé à
ourselves.
ce qu'ils le
Yeah.
refassent.
We asked them to return to their homes.
Malheureusement,
Unfortunately,
je vous le
I
dis
tell you
ici
here today,
aujourd'hui,
as I like to say,
comme j'aime le dire, la colonisation
colonization has returned. There are drawing room slaves who still have not understood.
Toujours pas compris. En son temps,
At that time, military officers wrote to us and approached us to tell us that it was a very bad decision and that we would not last 2 months.
et que nous n'allons pas tenir 2 mois. Des fiches ont été écrites.
Files were written.
On nous a transmis ces fiches.
We were
pour
given
faire
these files to give us a
une
strategic analysis of their
stratégique
thoughts.
de leurs pensées. Nous avons dit,
We said it is either we are sovereign or we remain slaves forever.
esclaves à jamais.
Bro. Bro. What can I say? Bro, this guy loves Africa from the bottom of his heart. Bro, sometimes we need that courage that always is showing the world. Is proclaiming, bro. We need that courage. Where we need to tell these people in their faces that we don't no longer need you. Go back to your countries. Yes. Go back, take back your armies. We don't need your armies here. We'll protect ourselves. Why do you come to die on our land? No. Come and die go and die from your country. Why do you die here? Bro, Traore is a true Pan-Africanist. Yes, this is a true leader. Yeah. Bro, this gentleman, he was brought by God purposely to open the mind, the eyes of Africans. And as we talk right now, Africans everywhere, in all countries, bro, they are awake now. Now they are moving on, bro, knowing exactly what's wrong and what's bad. Bro, what we need to do, Africans now know what exactly we must do to liberate this continent, to make this continent great again. They know what to do because of Ibrahim Traore. Thank you, Traore. You've opened our minds. And now it's upon us Africans to get up, to stand up firmly, yes, with no intimidations, yes, and we say enough is enough. Let's build this continent and we will do it. Yeah?
Effectivement, lorsque le dernier soldat a quitté le Burkina
Indeed,
Faso,
when the last soldier left Burkina Faso, we understood what it was all about.
les attaques se sont enchaînées
The attacks followed immediately, from Tinakov to Partiaga, and so on.
ainsi de suite. Mais ce qu'ils avaient oublié, c'est que
But what they had forgotten is that the people of Burkina Faso had understood our message and had embarked on the same path as us.
au Burkina Faso, on a réorganisé l'armée au
We reorganized the army as quickly as possible, at an unparalleled speed.
Nous avons créé plusieurs unités.
We created several units, and even if several others are to come, we have equipped them.
Nous les avons équipés. Et aujourd'hui,
And today, this equipment continues because in the days to come, the months to come, what you will see coming to Burkina Faso must make our army a force to be feared.
doit faire de notre armée une puissance à craindre. Nous n'allons pas lésiner sur les moyens.
We will not skimp on the means.
Nous avons compris que le combat qui est engagé.
We have understood that the fight that is engaged against imperialism will be hard, very hard,
Mais seuls les durs vont passer et les Burkinabés sont
but
des
only
durs.
the tough will
Et
pass,
nous allons passer.
and the Burkinabe are tough, and we will
C'est
pass.
pour vous dire que l'impérialisme
And there, I want to say, we need to stand up to fight imperialism, to fight this nonsense in Africa, and only tough people will rise up in Africa, and Africans are tough. Gela.
a tout son temps.
It is to tell you that imperialism has all the time it wants. When it wants to
Il regarde
destabilize,
dans l'immédiat.
it looks in the
Si ce
immediate.
n'est pas possible, il pose les jalons pour le faire dans
If it is
10
not
ans,
possible,
20
it lays
ans,
the groundwork
30
to do it in 10 years,
il n'a
20
aucun
years,
intérêt
30
à ce
years.
que nous,
But it has
nous
no
soyons
interest in us
indépendants.
being independent today.
Aujourd'hui, tout ce qu'ils souhaitent pour le Burkina Faso, c'est
All
le
they
chaos.
want for Burkina Faso is chaos, because they hope to bring their foreign forces here and hope to recover the situation in 10 years, even in 20 years. But we will never let them achieve this goal.
Mais nous ne les laisserons jamais parvenir à cet objectif. Voilà pourquoi nous avons
That is why we have warned for more than these, the drawing room slaves, not to betray their homeland for the benefit of imperialism.
pour que ils ne trahissent pas leur patrie au profit de l'impérialisme. Certains ont compris, se sont
Some have
arrangés.
understood, they have fallen into line. Others have not understood, perhaps believing themselves to be smarter. But today we no longer have feelings on this issue. Anyone who betrays their homeland for the benefit of imperialism will be treated as such.
Bro, This is what I love. Oh, where have you been, Traore? But where have you been, bro? Jesus Christ, bro. Africa, this is what we've been missing. Yes, even Muammar Gaddafi never reached this stage. Yes, this guy has just been in office for a year, 2 years. Bro, but the guy is so brilliant. The guy knows what will make Africa special, what will make Africa great. And that's what the West fears most. Yes, they don't want to see Africa stand. But may I believe, when Africa stands, when Africa is strong economically, the West will be strong economically. Yes, but what do you want Africans always to be? Running from their continent to your countries for refuge, for greener pastures, to chase dreams. Yet they can chase those dreams in their continent. Why do you empower them to develop their continent so that they don't come in your countries, so that they don't come in your continents, bro? This is common sense. Now, I can hear today in Europe, in Asia, in America, everywhere, they are complaining about illegal immigrants. We have a problem with illegal immigrants. Why people come in here? Bro. You know what you did to our continent? You failed us. You failed Africa. You made us, bro, think we are not important. You made us believe we have no future. You made us hate our continent. That only to survive in this world, you must go in Europe, you must go in America. Yet you can even again survive in Africa. Now we hate our continent. We don't love it. Yes, even we hate ourselves. We fight our brothers. We kill ourselves. But for what? Look here. We have United States of America. Bro, no one is fighting an American. No, they just love each other. We have Europe. No one is fighting Europe. No one. They are growing. But why we Africans, you find a country fighting a country? Why states are fighting each other? Why? Because of power? Because we are stupid? Because we are working for someone else, not for the people of Africa? Now this must change. Traore is doing it. Yes.
Before we continue, if you love what we do here on this channel and would like to support us, then you might consider gifting us a super thanks donation of any amount. Or you might as well become an uplifting Africa channel member for exclusive content, perks and more. Links to join are in the pinned comment and in the description box. Returning to our famous ECOWAS, since we decided to leave ECOWAS, the drawing room slaves have been put into action everywhere. They want to scare the people. They want to scare everyone. Thank God, in the recent past, there were only a handful of people who had the right to speak on television sets. What they said was taken as gospel. Today, with the new technologies that have, of course, advantages and disadvantages, everyone has the right to speak. And I think you are the first to confirm that. Everyone can analyze a situation. You can certainly be wrong, but when you come to us to understand, we are very open to explain the steps. Here, we will explain why we left ECOWAS and where we are going. Remember that it was created in 1975, and it was created for the majority of putschist heads of state, as they like to say.
Oh.
It was the military who took power and who took responsibility for creating ECOWAS, so that there would be a real economic boom for the people within this space.
Plus tard, les soi-disant démocrates
Later, the so-called Democrats invited themselves to the head of our states. They completely emptied the community of its foundation.
La communauté de son fondement. Lorsque le 26 juillet,
When on July 26th,
décidé de prendre son destin
Niger
en
decided
main,
to take its destiny into its own
nous
hands,
étions surpris de voir
we
la
were surprised to
CEDEAO
see ECOWAS appear
apparaître de je ne sais où avec une
with a
force
standby
en
force.
attente. Où était cette force?
Where was this force
Lorsque des
when
milliers
thousands
et
and
des
thousands of
milliers de
Nigerians
Nigériens
were
étaient
killed by
tués par les
terrorists?
terroristes? Où était cette force?
Where was this?
Par la
They
force,
said that by
ils
force
allaient
they would
déloger
dislodge the
donc
valiant sons of Niger
les vaillants
who took the
fils
destiny to their own
le
hands.
destin en main du pays. Croyez-vous que ce sont des femmelettes qui sont au
Do you
Niger?
believe that they are weaklings in Niger?
Il y a des combattants là-bas.
There are
L'armée
fighters there.
nigérienne est guerrière.
The Nigerian army is a
Combattent
warrior
depuis
army.
des années.
They have been fighting for years.
Ce n'est pas une armée de défilé.
It is not a parade army or a
Une armée de
peacekeeping army.
maintien de paix.
And the armies of the AES have
Et les
decided to
armées
unite.
de l'AES ont décidé de s'unir. Nous attendons cette force.
We are waiting for standby force.
Il faut que ces soi-disant
These so-called
démocrates
Democrats must understand that when thousands of Nigerians die on their
des
hospital
milliers de
beds
Nigériens sont morts sur leur lit d'hôpital par manque d'électricité,
for lack of electricity or lack of
par
medicine,
manque de médicaments. C'est du crime.
it is a crime.
Ils sont responsables de ces
They are
sanctions.
responsible
Ils sont
for these
responsables de
sanctions.
ces morts.
They are responsible for these deaths.
La même chose se passe au Mali.
The same thing is happening in Mali and Burkina Faso. We have indirect sanctions because people must understand that when they go to take their instructions from the other side, they come and do everything to apply them. It is shameful. Some have decided not to supply electricity to our countries. It is not free, we pay, and it contributes to their economy. They tried to make Mali suffer, and of course, by ignoring all the texts and no longer giving electricity to Mali, hoping that the population would revolt, it does not work. When it lasted, some were forced to make their own people pay by increasing the cost of electricity. It will increase further. This gives us several lessons. Several lessons in the sense that the independence we take, the sovereignty we take, we must do everything to ensure it. They have given us very good lessons, and we have understood very well. Some have closed their ports, which is moreover contrary to all international texts, because you cannot close ports to a landlocked country. They did it. They violated the texts. The international community said nothing. No one spoke in ECOWAS. But in the ports, we do not transit our goods for free. We pay. And those who do so are today reaping the broken pots. And I think it is also a lesson for them that they should never apply the instructions of their master. They must understand that forever. ECOWAS has never made a statement to congratulate a victory of our armies. It hardly condemns with the tip of its lips, and very rarely when there are massacres. Where is this ECOWAS of the peoples? In short, we cannot list everything that has been done to our peoples, But we have decided in all conscience to withdraw and concentrate on our common organization, the AES. Remember that there is no fear, because by prospecting and putting ourselves to work, we have noticed one thing lately. Some have decided to ban the export of certain food products to Burkina Faso. Very well, they have given a deadline. We will ensure that at the end of this deadline, we will ban the entry of these products into our territory.
Bro. Oh, Jesus, bro. This is what we needed in Africa. A president like this. You know, if you try to intimidate a country that, bro, I'm not giving you my product. If you don't do this, we just ban your product not to enter our country anymore. Bro, Ibrahim Traore is a true African, yo. Bro, Africans, we stand on our grounds and decide, yes, this is what the guy is doing. You can't intimidate me with your fake product, yo, that will not import it in my country, because we have a president who loves to work for the people. Yo, now he says, gonna ban it. Yes, let them go and eat their something.
Nous sommes capables. Nous sommes capables et nous sommes très bien capables.
We are capable, and we are very, very capable. We have gained a lot of experience this year. And I can assure you that on the food front, Burkina Faso can be self-sufficient, and we have brave farmers. We will do everything possible so that our farmers can cultivate their land and farm with dignity. And I challenge anyone who doubts this, that if we decide today in Burkina Faso to be in 3 years or 5 years the leading exporter of cocoa, we will be. Because we can. On industrialization, several projects are underway for 2024. We will not list them here, but it is underway. We will do everything so that these projects see the light of day in 2024. When you take the economy, when you listen to them, it is pitiful. They do not even have the courage to make the people understand that there is less than 5% of economic exchange between the states of ECOWAS. Because everything we bring comes from outside the ECOWAS area. Our imports, for the majority, and everything we export goes outside the ECOWAS area. The intellectual dishonesty of some prevents them from saying it, because they are drawing room slaves. They cannot tell you that, so that you can be confident. But I urge you to remain confident, serene, imperturbable. Because we can have this independence, both on the food front and on the industrial front. It is possible, and we are on this path. So the words that tend to scare you, that tend to sow panic, you must get rid of them. Get to work, and we will get there. Returning therefore to a general aspect in Africa, Thomas Sankara said that the slave who is not capable of assuming his revolt does not deserve that one pities his fate.
Cet esclave répondra seul de son
He alone
malheur
will answer for his
s'il se
misfortune
fait les illusions
if he deludes himself about the suspicious condescension of a master who pretends to free him.
la franchir. Seul la
Only struggle liberates.
Et je m'en vais vous dire,
And I will tell you that if to free a slave deludes himself about the providence of a belief that his master imposed on him to keep him in darkness, he is fooling himself.
pour le
Yeah.
maintenir dans les ténèbres.
Yeah.
Il se fout le doigt dans l'œil. Il restera à jamais aveugle.
He will remain forever blind in darkness and will never see the light of day.
Dieu lui-même a dit, Dieu
God
n'aime
himself
pas le
said,
paresseux. Dieu n'aime pas l'ignorant.
God does not like
Dieu
the lazy.
n'aime pas celui
God
qui ne
does
se
not
bat
like
pas.
the ignorant.
Car
God does
quiconque
not like the one who does not
aide
fight.
toi et le
For as
ciel
they say,
t'aidera.
God helps those who help themselves.
Et je ne passerai pas sous silence. Une
And I will not
partie du
pass over in
slogan
silence
des pionniers
a part of
qui
the
dit
slogan of the
aujourd'hui
pioneers who live
parmi
today
nous,
among us.
Osez lutter,
Dare to
savoir
fight,
vaincre.
know how to win.
Nous avons osé lutter dans l'AES et
We
nous
dare to
saurons
fight
vaincre.
within the AES, and we will know how to win. Have no fear.
La veille citoyenne que vous
The
avez
citizen
engagée
vigilance that you have engaged is a message to
c'est
all
un
of
message
Africa.
à toute l'Afrique. Et
And
le
Burkina Faso is in
est
solidarity
solidaire et soutient
and supports
tous
all
les
the
peuples
peoples of Africa
d'Afrique
Yeah.
who
qui
suffer
le martyre.
martyrdom.
Yeah.
Mais nous voulons aussi dire
But we also want to say
qu'il est
that it is
temps
time
que
for
les
Africans
Africains
to stop
arrêtent
pitying
de s'apitoyer
themselves,
sur leur
to
sort,
stop
de
moping,
se
to stop
morfondre,
lamenting.
de se lamenter. Il faut lutter.
You have to fight. It will not come
Ça
from
ne
heaven
viendra
alone.
pas du ciel tout seul. Il
You have
faut
to fight
lutter
first,
d'abord, et
and
Dieu
God
va
will
vous
help
aider.
you.
Et le Burkina Faso est prêt
And
à
Burkina
aider
Faso
tous les
is ready to
peuples.
help all the peoples who've
Dites
Bro, I'm sure Ibrahim Traore came for the purpose. This guy is not alone. He's anointed. He has that hand, God's hand. He's protected. And is here for the purpose, and that purpose must be fulfilled. Bro, the guy, the way he's speaking, bro, he's a preacher. Yeah, he's a preacher. I just love the speech. Listen to it more and more and more and more. Bro, I'm now somewhere. My mental capacity has changed from here to somewhere. Bro, now I'm in loving Africa more than I've been. Yes. Bro, I feel Africa is me, Africa is mine, and I must protect this continent, and I must fight for this continent. Bro, thanks, Traore. You made me love Africa more than I have been loving it. Thank you, bro.
à tous ces peuples qui se battent.
tell all these peoples who are fighting that it is time for them to tell the truth to their leaders.
Au Burkina Faso, lorsqu'il s'est agi pour nous de
In
contribuer
Burkina
donc pour
Faso,
que le FDS
when it
soit
was a
équipé,
question for us to
les
contribute
députés
so that the
n'ont plus de
FDS were
salaire
equipped,
aujourd'hui.
the deputies no longer have a salary today. They only have session allowances. The salaries of ministers have been reduced to the maximum, and the people contribute.
Vous ne pouvez pas lutter et vouloir que les
You cannot
dirigeants
fight
soient dans
and
un
want the
lutte
leaders to be in an
insultante.
insulting luxury
Les
for the
peuples doivent se
peoples.
réveiller et exiger cela de leurs dirigeants.
The peoples must wake up and demand this from their leaders.
Et pour
Where are the African leaders? Bro, where are you? The guy is speaking sense. Bro, you can't be in luxury when the people are paying. Bro, there are no lords, there are no hospitals, there are no schools. For you in luxury, living the life you want, but the citizens can't live the life they want to be in. Bro, what pities me is I think most of African leaders are not Africans. That's why they are doing what they are doing. Yes, there's no way you can tell me an African leader, you get sick, you go in Europe, you go in the US to get treated, yet you have billions and billions of money on your account. God serves you, you come back in Africa. You know what they do when they come back in Africa? They construct churches. They build churches, to thank God for serving them. But in the first incidents, they never went in a church, to ask God, to serve them. No, they went in a hospital somewhere in Europe. They were treated. They come back in Africa. Now, they can't build school hospitals in Africa. In those hospitals where they can be treated to heal, there are no hospitals in Africa that can treat African leaders. They are not there. Meaning, if there are no hospitals to treat you as an African leader in Africa, you've not done your work. You've not done your work. If for you must go in Europe to be treated, then what about the Africans, the common people? Where will they go? Nowhere. Meaning everybody will just die. Will just die. So this is the time. We must rise up. We must gather as Africans and we'll fight for our position. Yes.
And to conclude, I launch an appeal to all the peoples of the AES through you, so that they remain united and in solidarity. All suffering has an end. The fight we have undertaken is hard, but we must keep our heads on our shoulders, because the fatal weapon of imperialism remains manipulation through communication.
L'arme fatale de l'impérialisme reste la manipulation à travers la communication. Sachez reconnaître les valeurs locaux.
Know how to recognize the local lackeys. Know how to recognize the drawing room slaves. Know how to recognize all those who are bribed to come and sell you false information. For yourselves, remain serene and do not divide yourselves, because imperialism has 1,000 tricks in its bag. You must be vigilant, vigilant, and very vigilant. Thank you to you, the VDP of the different cities, who watch day and night so that our homeland remains standing, and therefore pay homage every day to the FDS and the VDP who are fighting on the front lines. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you to all those who have come here so that we can talk. Thank you to those who are outside who could not access. Homeland or death, we shall overcome.
This was a wonderful speech, bro. This was a wonderful speech. Really. Really, they have to do whatever they are doing to stop him. Bro, they will do everything to stop this gentleman. The guy is too wise. The guy knows the real problem of Africa. The guy is working on that problem. He's not seated. No, he's not just talking about it. He's working about it. Bro, we needed Ibrahim Traore long ago. But thank God, this guy is here. And it's your responsibility as an African, whenever you are, to support this guy, to fight for him, to protect him. Yes, because there are so many dictators in Africa who are now trying to fight this gentleman. Because what he has done in just in 2, 3, 1 year, bro, they have not done it in 40, 30, 20 years. They have not done it. Now they are envious. They want to stop him with their masters. But I have good news. If we stand as the people of Africa, they will do nothing. I repeat, nothing they will do to Traore. Nothing. We need to fight. We need to do everything. We need to do whatever it takes to protect this gentleman. That's why I'm doing this video. Yes. I'm trying to put my blick, I'm putting my effort, I'm putting my contribution. Yes,